Hello and welcome to Cardboard and Plastic. Today's video is going to be a mail week and also kind of a little discussion about why I buy raw cards. Well, ungraded cards. A lot of people don't like that word, raw. So, in the background, congratulations, Dave Parker, Dick Allen for making the Hall of Fame. As you see, I only have a Dave Parker rookie. I really should have waited. I had a bunch of like PSA 7s, CSG 7s. I bought a lot of those ungraded, graded them myself, and I sold all of those at a profit. But what's going on now is it's insanity, right? That once somebody makes the Hall of Fame, everybody with the Hall of Fame rookie card collections, they all got to buy them. I saw like a PSA 7 just sell for like $140 on eBay. A PSA 8, Dave Winfield, sold for like $190. You could buy a Dave Winfield rookie card right now for much cheaper than a Dave Parker. Be patient. There's tons of these out there. After about 6 months, the prices of these things will drop quite a bit. So if you want to add one of these to your collection, just be patient. And I had this one sitting in so I'm kind of silly with I kind of organized my collection with my Hall of Famers and then possible Hall of Famers. And then so the Dave Parker, I'm actually moving this card in my collection. That's why I pulled it out. So now it's going to go right next to the 1974 Dave Winfield. And I don't have a Dick Allen rookie, and I'm not going to buy one for another 6 months. So I'm just going to be patient. And I do have a lot of non-rookie cards of Dave Parker and Dick Allen. Some of them are sitting in these containers that you see behind you. And I just have them in penny sleeves. So I think I'm kind of weird that I just keep my possible Hall of Famers in these boxes there. And once they become a Hall of Fame, I go through them and they graduate to a top loader. So I want to go over a little bit about why I buy ungraded cards and then I grade them myself. And that Dave Parker I bought and I spent a lot for that one because it was really nice on ComC. I think I just checked ComC. I think I spent $17 on that card, $10 to grade it. So under $30 for that card. And that is good enough for my PC. It is beautiful, that one. It's hard to find those centered like that. And when I buy ungraded cards, I do this for like a lot of cards like this, and I really don't like to grade cards that are post 1970 unless it's a rookie card. So like cards like this are absolutely fine for my PC, like a 1975 Reggie Jackson. This is a nicely centered, beautiful Reggie Jackson, but it's the O-Peachy variant, right? So these cards I just have sitting in a box, and I'll make a video sometime in the next week or two about how I store my cards. Now, the other reason that I don't like to grade everything is these cards I can stack in a tighter space, so my wife thinks if I had just more graded cards, it would take up more space, so she would know I had more cards, right? So it's allowing me to collect more in a smaller volume, so really important. And the other kind of reason that I like to buy ungraded cards, it's kind of it's a game for me. It's kind of like I want to find a beautiful card that I can grade myself, and then it could grade high, and then I have a nice card in my collection, right? So it's kind of silly, but it's one of the things that I do. This card I bought recently. And by the way, PSA is grading harder than they ever had. They have probably a lot of inexperienced graders touching these vintage cards. So, I mean, a little wear on these corners. And this card I bought for $11 on eBay, $4 shipping, so like $16. And it's good enough for my PC. But with cards like this, like if I find a better one ungraded, I'm going to buy it. And then I'm going to grade it myself. And that is like something that I try to do. Just, it's kind of like the chase for me to find that raw ungraded card out there. I think it graded a 4. If you kind of look here, do you see that little bubble? That is the biggest flaw I saw with this card. So why did it grade the 4? Probably because of that. But if I sent that to SGC, it would grade a 5, maybe up to a 6, because they know that cards that were produced in the 50s, the 60s, even the 70s, the cardboard, the stock was not perfect. You see those little bubbles on almost every card, little indentations, right? So yeah, just take a look at any of your 1960s cards, 50s cards, even ungraded slabs. Look at them from angles. The cardboard's not going to be perfect. All right, mail week. So I'll go over a few cards, things that I'm picking up. So this is one of many cards that I'm picking up from these sets. So this is a red Shane Dean's, I believe, what year is this? The 1954 Redman Tobacco card. So I'm picking up a bunch of these, and really, I'm not going to grade any of these. They're pretty, I mean, the slabs are going to be thick with these, and I'm just collecting a bunch of the Hall of Famers and stars. And by the way, I mean, it's all stars, so all of these are great players. And this card itself, oh, and it does have, like, take a look there. Like, this is a print defect on every single one of these, I believe. All right, from the 1954. So cards like this, I mean, it's not only buying them, like, graded, right? I mean, you're going to spend more money to buy these graded. And the other thing is, the slabs are going to be huge for these things. Right, so I could just keep these in card saver 4s. And if you're scared of buying these, they're not going to have fakes of these. They do have reprints, but the reprints are so obvious. Just like look at the back of the card, and it's going to be like white, and you can't really buy fakes or reprints unless you have no idea what you're looking at. So I'm working on these Redman Tobacco cards with ComC. I think I bought like 7 of them. I have those coming back. And then I have another like 4 or 5 coming in the mail the next couple of weeks. And the other thing with these is I need the tab. It is just my collecting. I need that tab for my Redman Tobacco cards. If you don't mind the tab, you can get some amazing deals on these. I mean, the majority of these cards, they had the tab cut off. And they go for a lot less because of that. But if you just want to collect these cards and don't mind the tab, you can amass a huge collection of these for not a lot of money. Another set that I kind of showed you in the past that I'm working on is the 1952 Wheaties. And these are 2 cards I bought ungraded. And what I do is I also cut them out how I like, and I want to buy them where there's the full border. So this is a Bob Feller, and it has the full blue border around it. I might give it just a little bit of a trim, but this card is an amazing shape. And if I ever want to grade these cards, I can, right? And so that's kind of why I like to buy these raw cards, is eventually if I get to the point where I say, okay, well, I can add value to the card by grading it, I will. Now, this is a beautiful autogram, but this, I knew when I bought it, it doesn't have the full blue around there, but it's pretty good. If you actually take a look at like how a lot of people cut these Wheaties cards out, they cut them out like different. A lot of them just look horrible. So it's really even hard to find the Wheaties cards that are like this, right? So eventually, maybe if I want to upgrade it, I will. Now, John Mangini made a video and kind of showed like some of these like hand-cut cards of like how PSA deals with them, with the dotted lines, right? SGC would have no problem grading this card, but like PSA, like they might see that it's not perfectly cut right there, and they might not even assign it a number grade, right? So hand-cut cards, I would only send them personally to SGC. Now, I saw these cards, and these two have the possibility of me sending into SGC to be graded. So these were raw cards that I purchased recently, and they are 1959 cards, and it is amazing that you could still find cards that look like they came out of a pack from the 50s. So the first one, and the centering is not perfect for this, but the surface is absolutely amazing. 1959 Duke Snider cards are very reasonable to buy. Now, this is on all the cards up there, that little blue. I don't know if that's like in the background or if it's a print defect that's on every single one of these cards. But yeah, that's on every one of these Duke Snider cards. But this card, besides the top to bottom centering, it is gorgeous. Maybe just like a little issues with the corners, but very clean cards. And I bought that and this from the same seller. And this card I'm definitely getting graded. This card is a 1959 Yogi Berra, and the centering of this card is pretty amazing. Just this quarter is not perfect, but this is going to get a decently high grade. I mean, the surface of this, there's no wrinkles, nothing wrong with it. The only issue with this card, kind of like a little print defect with a little green running down there when it was produced, but definitely an awesome card. And I'm probably going to send it to SGC, do a small run in the beginning of January, because I got some cards coming back from ComC. And when I did my last order, I got a 10% off coupon from them. So I was like, I got a couple of cards that I do want to grade. So in the comments below, let me know if you actually prefer to kind of grade yourself or just buy cards graded and not even worry about it, right? I know that it takes a lot of time and research to buy raw cards, get them graded, and it's just a lot easier, right? Just to buy the graded card, be done with it, try to find a good deal with it, and just add it to your collection. So again, as always, have a great day and keep on collecting.